Most clients and students struggle with one major thing when it comes to creating reels and TikToks and video marketing, social media content, and it is the hooks. And you hear this a lot online. You hear get a better hook, and you see all of these people post all these different hook prompts. But they're kind of a little bit basic. They're kind of a little generic, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, how can I make this hook work for my niche and my business and my target audience? So today I'm going to talk to you about how you can transition some of those hooks that you're seeing online, or maybe you bought my hooks digital product, and how you can then also use ChatGPT to make it very specific for your niche and your audience so that you can really get those hooks stronger when it comes to your real content. Because the thing is that you only have the first 3 to 10 seconds to when someone's scrolling through their social media to grab their attention for them to want to watch the rest of the video. So those 3 seconds are so crucial. The beginnings, start of your reel and your TikToks are just so important. So let's dive into this. Let's talk about what people normally do, especially when they're starting out when it comes to video marketing. What they normally do is do hooks like this. Hi, my name is Tisha Lee, or 3 tips for fitness this week are, or 3 tips for better sleep. And these hooks, they're fine, but the thing is they're overused. They've been used for the last decade on social media over and over and over again, and it really doesn't capture the viewer. The second thing is that it doesn't really say anything about who the target audience is. It's just kind of to a generalized audience. So if I'm scrolling through, it doesn't speak to me. It doesn't resonate with me as a viewer in comparison to, like, let's say you said, hey, small business owner over 30, this. And I'd be like, immediately like, hey, what are they talking about? You see that it's different. And then it just doesn't hook people anymore when it comes to that 3 to 10 second rule. So what can we do to transition out of delivering hooks this way? Okay, so now when it comes to your hooks, what really matters and what's the secret formula that most people use? It's called a PAS copywriting format. That's what I suggest using for your hooks, and it works really well. What PAS format is problem, agitation, and then solution. I was going to say result. So you start with the problem, then you talk about agitation. That's where storytelling comes in. I'm just writing on my iPad so that you can see this. And then 3, you talk about how you're going to deliver a solution to them. So for example, let's say you're selling pillows that don't mess with people's neck tension or their back or whatnot. What you can say is, so many people get really bad sleep. They have a problem with their hip alignment, and maybe they wake up and they have dizziness or they have bad neck tension, and they don't realize that it could actually be their pillow. So today I'm going to talk about how your pillow and how the pillow alignment is with your shoulder and your neck can also actually help you improve your sleep by 75%. Let's dive into it. You see how with that hook, we're talking about a problem, which is bad sleep, and that most people don't realize that bad sleep can be from pillows. So that's the agitation of how you sleep and how sleeping in certain different ways and different positions can actually make you sleep worse, and how we're going to offer a solution, which is fixing your pillow alignment, or you can buy the pillow to make sure that your alignment is accurate. Another one we can think of as a hook is, let's say you're a yoga instructor. Something that you can say is, hey, women over 30 who are on the computer all the time for your work. Sometimes you have tight shoulders, your back hurts, maybe your hips are in alignment, and it just hurts and it stinks. So part of that is that you're on the computer all the day, and you really need to start correcting your posture. So here are 3 yoga poses you can practice for 10 minutes a day to help you realign your posture, especially for those who are working on the computer throughout the week. See how we started with the problem. The problem is neck tension, shoulders rounding forward essentially, and then bad hip alignment because of sitting on the chair. And then we went into agitation of, we get it, we understand. It's because you're working mostly at a desk job throughout the week for women over 30s. Women over 30s was the target audience. And then here are 3 yoga poses that you can just do for 10 minutes a day so that you can fix this problem. And it's just really effective, because if I'm scrolling and you say, women over 30 who are on the computer throughout the week, immediately all of those women who work in this way are captured by it, because they're like, oh, they're talking about me, and oh, they're talking about shoulder, rounded shoulders, maybe neck tension. Nobody wants to get that tech neck type of thing. So I'm definitely going to tune in when it comes to what she's talking about with the yoga poses, because I want to know what's going on and how I can fix this problem. So I'm just looking at my notes right here again. So when it comes to your hooks, I actually have a resource for you that I'm going to quick show you. Let me push this over. Oh, and I'm going to have to move on over. I have a resource that's actually 450 hooks to help you with this. Okay, there we go. 450 hooks that can help you. Wait, okay, let me go over more. 450 hooks that can help you, that you can use throughout the whole year, that will work, and that we've seen here. That is right here. Here's the resource. It looks really nice, and it's in this table format. And what's awesome about this resource is that it's not just hooks. So it's not just like from top to bottom here, a bunch of hooks. It's actually different categories of hooks. So 50 curiosity hooks, 50 compassionate hooks, 50 introduction attention hooks, 50 result-oriented hooks, 50 thought-provoking hooks, storytelling hooks, day in life hooks, attract and qualified lead generation hooks, scrolling, gosh, there's so many, direct pitch, 100 caption hooks and video ideas for coaches. That's an added bonus when you actually jump into this resource. You actually get 300 caption hooks and video ideas for coaches, local business, and product business as well. So that's a really good bonus. But it's 450 hooks so that you can use these hooks throughout the year. You never have to run out of hook ideas. And the thing is you can have notes in this. It's a simple Google Drive spreadsheet, so you can just save it to your drive. And then also it says, did you post this one or not? And right here, oh, so simple. It's so nice. And I just love it in that way. So look for that free resources in the show notes. Now, how can you incorporate this? Because we see these hooks, maybe not these exact hooks, but we see these hooks a lot when it comes to social media marketing, where people are posting carousel hooks or whatnot. How can we actually change the game with this? Just trying to, oh, there we go. Let's get my mic over here. How can we get these hooks to work when it comes to your niche? And that's where we can use ChatGPT to help us. And then obviously your creative mind, let's for sure do that. So for example, this is the ChatGPT prompt that I want you to copy and paste. I'll put it in the show notes, but it's, enter your niche, content creator. I want to transform this hook template, and then you insert a hook from the resource in here. So pick any of these hooks. Look like it just goes down. Day in life hook, qualified and track. Look at that. Awesome. Stop the scroll. Love that one. Perfect. And then into a compelling opening that follows the problem agitation result copywriting formula. The new hook should, 1, lead with a problem my target audience experiences. This is the problem. You insert the problem. Number 2, describe the problem using storytelling. And then number 3, promise immediate solution, which is, here's the solution. Number 4, sound conversational and natural for my insert your target audience, and give me 3 variations to choose from. This is so important because not only is it going through the PAS format, but it's also saying make sure it's conversational, and here is my target audience niche. So I have an example for you, and it's kind of the same when it comes to, we're doing the yoga pose one. So I'm going to put, I'm a yoga instructor. Actually, I think I already have this queued up in ChatGPT. Okay. So I'm a yoga content creator, yoga instructor, content creator. I want to transform this hook template. Let's pick a hook template. I can go to storytelling. Oh, no. Relatable. Stop scrolling. Let's pick a number. Oh, this one's perfect. I get it if you tried this or that, and that works perfectly. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I get it if you're tired of, there you go. See, neck pain. And then we're going to put rounded shoulders. Lovely. Shoulders. And then into, and make sure you do into a compelling that follows problem agitation result copywriting formula. The new hook should lead with a problem with my target audience experience. This is of the problem: tight shoulders, neck pain, and bad hip alignment due to computer usage at work. Number 2, describe the problem using storytelling, promise an immediate solution, which is 3 different yoga poses to practice for 10 minutes a day to open up your upper body. And number 4, sound conversational. This is very important, natural for moms and practicing yoga in their 30s. Give me 3 variations to choose from. I'm going to add the hook should be less than 10 seconds. Awesome. Let's see what ChatGPT has to give us. Look at this. Oh, great. I love this. So good. So easy for you guys. So you can just pick one of these. So let's go through this. So number 1, ChatGPT said relatable and visual. Does your neck ache by the end of every workday? You're not alone. These hours hunched over a laptop are wrecking your posture. Let's fix them with 3 simple yoga poses you can do in just 10 minutes. So good, right? Number 2, story-driven and gentle empathy. After a long day working and wrangling with the kids, do your shoulders feel like they're up to your ears? I've been there. And these 3 quick yoga poses will help you open up and feel light again. Love it. And lastly, conversational encouraging. If you're sitting at your desk all day, has your hips tight and shoulders begging for mercy, don't worry. I've got 3 easy yoga moves that will melt the tension in 10 minutes flat. Wow. Okay. You see, are you getting it? How yes, we have a lot of these quotes or these hooks that we see online, but really we can take that hook that is pretty basic still, maybe not as basic as what things that I talked about at the top of this conversation, but that are pretty basic. We can write in some information, put this ChatGPT prompt in, and we can get 3 very strong hooks for you to choose from. So I want you guys to give that a try. Give me a comment if you tried it and tell me how it worked for you. I'm so excited about this. And then also I did put the resources in the show notes, and happy constructing your hooks. You got this.